So let's quickly go straight to practical questions. Look at this question. If the country is currently, they give us this diagram. You have to look at this diagram. Say from the diagram above, if the country is currently producing at Y, this is Y, it can increase production of producer goods by moving to the point dash. This is producer goods, this is consumer goods. That's how you look at it. This is where we are. They say if the country is producing at point Y, if it's at this point, how can it increase production of what? If you want to increase production of producer goods, will it move to W or will it move to B? So the smart thing to do is to look at it this way. Good. So for us to increase the production of producer goods, we have to move downward. You know, the curve slopes downward. Remember, if you want to increase the production of producer goods, you have to move from this point to this point. That way, we can increase from let's say this place is 10, for instance. We can increase producer goods from 10 to like what? 15. So the best answer is what? W. If you move to V, it's going to reduce the producer goods. Let's say you move to V, it's going to come this way, and you are operating at Y, it's going to what? Decrease the producer goods. So the best answer to choose is actually W, which is option A. So let's look at the second one. From this same diagram, they now said an improvement in technology will enable the country to produce at dash. What can help the country? At what point did we mention improvement in technology? We mentioned improvement in technology when you have to do with what? How to move outside the curve, the PPC, how to move outside of the PPC. So the only place if we are to improve technology, it will enable us to produce at the point outside the curve, and the only point outside the curve is point Z. So the best answer here is what? C, point Z. Without improvement in technology, you can be operating on this point. So let's look at the third one. In the diagram above, full employment is indicated by dash. Remember, the point inside the curve is representing unemployment, but the point on the curve represents what? Full employment, full utilization. So the point on the curve is what? Point M. So the best answer here is what? This. We cannot choose P because it represents unattainable. We cannot choose the point N because it represents underutilization of resources. Point L is just a distraction. So the best answer is what? Point M, the point on the PPC. So that's the major test on that question. Guys, I hope you understand this. Thank you so much for your time. So we're going to stop for today.